Erick Fedde was taken in the 24th round by the San Diego Padres in 2011, but he chose not to sign. This paid off as he was the 18th overall pick in the first round of the 2014 draft by the Washington Nationals. He was now on the same team as his high school teammate and catcher, Bryce Harper. He had a lot of hype behind his selection and was on 3 straight top 100 prospect lists starting in 2015. The future looked bright for the right-handed pitcher. He looked pretty solid through his first minor league seasons, but in 2015 he had a 3.38 ERA, in 2016 he had a 3.12, and in 2017 he had a 3.69. This is in the minors, keep in mind. The only thing he did not have was overwhelming strikeout stuff, as he never once had more strikeouts than innings pitched in the minors or the majors. The Nationals thought he looked good enough to be promoted in 2017. And on July 30th, 2017, the top 100 prospect made his debut against the Rockies. In his outing, he pitched 4 innings and did not have a good time. He allowed 10 hits and 7 earned runs with 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. He started 3 games that season and finished with a 9.39 ERA in only 15 innings, and he ended up back in the minors. A few bad starts for a guy rated that high wasn't too concerning. He was only 24 after all. But there's a lot of upside when you have a guy that young who has the talent. The thing is, the talent never came into fruition and he never blossomed into what they thought he would be. In his Nationals tenure from 2017 to 2022, he never once pitched below a 4.45 ERA. The trend of limited strikeouts followed him into the majors as well. During this span, he never had more strikeouts than innings pitched. He worked with an arsenal of a sinker, curveball, cutter, and changeup. None of these pitches were too overwhelming for him, and that did not help the strikeout issue. His time with the Nationals was a lot of bouncing from the majors to the minors and back and forth. It really seemed like 2022 was just his last chance. He ended up having a bad year, pitching in 127 innings and having a 5.81 ERA. The Washington Nationals decided to non-tender him after the season. Now, here's the thing, he wasn't bad enough to be out of baseball entirely, he just wasn't really good enough to gain a bunch of interest from a bunch of teams. But the thing is, he could have signed a deal with a major league team if he wanted to. Instead, he decided to make a career-altering decision. He went to the career choice that normally resembles the beginning of the end for baseball players. He went to the KBO for the 2023 season. Hope for any chance at a major league comeback looked to be gone. Then Fedde did something amazing. He worked on his pitch mix and grinded while there, and man did it pay off. Because in his last-ditch effort, he added a sweeper and a splitter to his pitch mix and eliminated his curveball entirely. He completely retooled himself as a pitcher. He had a chance to prove that his changes could get the results he wanted, and he started 30 games in Korea and had a 20-6 record with a 2 ERA, a .95 whip, and a 209 strikeouts with only 35 walks and 180 innings pitched. More important than the ERA in my opinion is that he finally had a professional season where he upped his strikeouts. This was the first time he actually had more strikeouts than innings pitched. So there is progression. Regardless of the KBO or not, there's still professional baseball. It would be above AAA. His changes worked and he won the MVP of the entire KBO. Results like this earned him a chance to get back in the majors and get the chance he's been fighting for. It is easy to say Korea helped revitalize him, but the thing is, he did not get to where he's at by himself. And this helped him make his decision to where he would sign with his major league return. Meet Brian Bannister. You might already know him if you're a Giants or a Red Sox fan. He is a former major league pitcher who is a wizard when it comes to pitching development. He was the director of pitching for the Giants and Red Sox and is currently the senior pitching advisor for the Chicago White Sox. While he was with the Red Sox, he was the director of pitching analysis and development, and he was with them when they won the most games in franchise history. Now, when he was with the Giants, he was the director of pitching and also was with them when they won the most games in franchise history. Those accolades are impressive, and he knows how to help a staff out. He is credited with helping to completely fix Logan Webb. He turned him into a 5+ ERA pitcher into the ace he is now. Seriously, he was at a 5+ ERA in the 2 seasons before Bannister came in 2021. Bannister came to the Giants and Webb dropped from a 5.47 to a 3.03 in 1 season. How did this happen? Well, he had him add a sweeper and a split change to his arsenal. If this sounds familiar, well it is. Because as I stated earlier, these are the exact same pitches Fedde added to his arsenal. This is because Webb and Fedde work out at the same facility. Fedde worked a ton with Bannister and the White Sox pitching coach, Ethan Katz. And guess what? Fedde signed a 2-year, $15 million deal with the White Sox this offseason so he can continue to work with the both of them. As of the time of this video, Fedde is having the best start to a major league season he has ever had. In 34 innings of work, he has a 2.6 ERA with 39 strikeouts. Brian Bannister and Ethan Katz have helped Erick Fedde completely turn his career around during his age 31 season. It really is no wonder why he went to the White Sox. Fedde's an awesome story of perseverance, and I'm so lucky to get to watch him pitch at my White Sox. The crazy thing is not many guys go overseas and are actually able to return to the majors, especially thinking that he was 30 years old when he went to the Korea in 2023. Now he's 31, and he completely flipped everything around. It's looking good for him. What he's doing right now is something you just do not see often, and I really hope he can keep his dominance up, because he looks good on the mound. Obviously, he has the talent and the ability, and he's the one putting the work in, but the combination with him, Ethan Katz, and Brian Bannister, it's just working out great. I'm just hoping Bannister could recreate what he did in Boston and San Fran, and he could help the White Sox get to their franchise record in wins, because it's not looking good right now. But he has a lot of tools in a very replenished farm system that has a lot of good pitchers. So Bannister could be starting up a pitching factory over in Chicago. All I know is Fedde and the White Sox are in a good situation with Brian Bannister and Ethan Katz at the side. As I said, Bannister's a wizard, and he's done it with multiple teams. Thank you for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys later.